It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the River Hogs and the 49ers on Sunday night.
We are about 40 miles or so. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On play action, Rodgers. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. But you look at this defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get scouted up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
This is caught. It's Hardy. And he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Rodgers. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job of spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Houston set to take over. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They'll set up a throw. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 111 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Got a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. The Niners on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. As we find ourselves in Week 17, he's already well over the 1,000-yard mark. So there's no pressure there. We'll just see where this final tally ends.
And I love what you just talked about there. There's no pressure. There's pride, right? So the higher he can take that number and rank with his peers, everyone wants to be number one. He wants to post that number like a good golfer, right? Post the best score and go to the clubhouse and kick back and see if anyone can match it.
Well, and he's the go-to guy here out wide. We'll see what they can do with him in this game. Defensively, they have a big challenge on their hands. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact and continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Houston.
They'll look to throw here. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They'll drop to throw. This one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Luke Schoonmaker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of check.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. you've got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receivers too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. To the right side, this is Walker.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the River Hogs are able to widen their advantage.
A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Rodgers to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So he stopped for no gain. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. gun now on third down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That is caught. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to throw again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. This is Walker. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. Justin Herbert, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Tua Tagovailoa, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, With his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets this up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. Able to slither by. And he'll get it inside the 35. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Now Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now out comes Houston. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. His defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And they get him down to 9 before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 4.
At their 49-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throw left side, complete to Toney. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kadarius Toney from 13 yards out. And the Niners have come back to make it a 2-point game. That's caught. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now it's 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with the touchdown.
Yes,
You're
exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that in the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. 3rd and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd
Now
and
Rodgers.
4.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's complete to Hopkins. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt there. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Rodgers.
Going right back to Ferguson.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Rodgers. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 conversion in 8 tries, not good. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8, 4th and 2. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this
this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Houston set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Houston. Here's Hardy set to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The Niners set to take over on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. On the option to give to Swift here. And a good run here as he'll run all the way down to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
36-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On play action, Rodgers. Pressure comes and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Quentin Williams providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run again. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 17-14, a minute 51 on the clock. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to thank the guys on D. Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. That's complete to Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.